What is going on, guys? Welcome to Collectibles Show and Tell, my new streaming series where I bring people from the community to show their stuff. Before I start, though, make sure you guys follow the links in the description below, for those watching the replay, that is. I've got links to my guest today. I've got links to my 600 subscriber giveaway, and I got links to every other episode of Collectible Show and Tell, just in case you enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me bring on my guests. My first one, I'm excited. First time he's ever been on my channel. He has made me laugh more times than maybe anyone in the community. When he joins the stream, everyone else wants to leave. So I am super pumped to get him on, and I ain't going nowhere. So please welcome Bubs Comics.
I was hoping it was me. All right, now everybody bump off. I'm here now. All right, good to see you, man.
Hey, you too, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm excited.
Have I not ever been on your channel?
Not on my channel, no. We've hung out on like other people's streams, like Old Wolf's mainly, I think. But
yeah. I think we've been on together with TheGreyman once or twice. Maybe Cap too. Did Captain have a Sunday?
I think I've only been on Cap's channel once. So I don't think you were there. So
I was there.
Were you?
I don't know.
All right, so you've got some stuff to show today, mate?
Yeah, am I showing it all first?
No, mate. We're going round by round, right? You show one.
Hold everything up in my arms like this, and do I do that? I don't know what to do with my hands.
This is going to be chaos. All right. I'm going to bring in my next guest, who has been on my channel a few times, I'm pretty sure. And you all know him. His name is TheGreyman.
I'm the only one who can put up with Bub. That's why I'm here. Everybody else turned him down. They were all like, no, we ain't going on with Bub. Find some other schmuck to go on with Bub. And he didn't tell me it was going to be Bub until the last minute. I literally found out like a minute before we were going on that Bub was going to be on here as well. I don't know. I'll register my complaint now if I can.
Yeah, they were pretty sure that you'd be the right schmuck for the job, but
yeah, it must have been.
Just in case they hold that information back on you.
Simon owes me a favour now. That he's fooled me into coming on with you.
I don't blame him.
All right, I'll just quickly go through the chat. OG Space One's claimed second, but I can't see first.
There's no first, yeah.
Whoever came in first must have done it like 5 hours ago. Bubs came in at third, and then we got Captain Saro.
I like coming in the third hole. Sliding right in there.
All right, we're done.
Is that legal?
Not in your country.
In certain states. Not in certain states, I'm sure.
We kicked the Royals out a long time ago, so you can do it here.
I don't know what they get up to.
All right.
Hey, so, MadSpidey.
This is how we do it. So I always go first, and then we'll go around the circle. We'll do Bubs and then Gray. So I'm starting to run out of stuff, so I'm sort of slowly recycling.
I was wondering that. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Oh, look, as a collector, I'm mediocre, all right? So yeah. I've already blown my wad in the first like 2 or 3 times I did this. So yeah, I've already run out of all my good stuff. So everything else is pretty amateur. But so I thought
awesome. That'd be as good as my stuff then.
So this first thing I showed. So the first time I did this idea was with Mark. It was just me and Mark. And then after that, I thought, hey, this is a good idea for a series. So I ended up doing it a few more times. But I don't think many people saw that first time when I did it with Mark. So I showed this then. It's a Bookies statue. And I paid top dollar for this. So I kind of feel like I should show it off more because it literally just sits in a box in my cupboard. And I spent a lot of money on this.
Kotobukiya.
Yeah,
okay.
So this is my Catwoman. This one's the very rare one. So there's 2 Catwoman Kotobukiya statues, and this is, I think, maybe the first one they brought out, and it's quite hard to get. Sorry?
Is that the name of the company that produces them or something?
So it's actually, Kotobukiya.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I was just trying to work out if it was Kotobukiya was some kind of special name for a certain type of statue, like it, I don't know. So it's just the company.
They've got a whole bunch of, so they also do the Artifacts range, which is another one of their statues, but this is the, I don't know how to say that word, Bishojo.
Right.
They sort of done like anime sort of style almost.
Right.
So yeah, I always wanted this one, and it was just so hard to find. It goes on eBay for heaps of money, and I got it for a pretty good price. I was pretty happy with the price I got it at, but it's still the most expensive thing I've ever probably bought.
Wow.
As far as statues
Ouch.
go. And it was secondhand too. So when I got it, I was wondering, because normally when they come new, there's plastic wrapped around them and stuff in the box. And I was like, why is there plastic? And then I realized it actually the seal had been broken, which I don't care. It's still in good nick and everything like that. But
one careful owner.
Bubs might like that.
I like it. Looks good.
Yeah. So,
have you actually dusted your stuff off today, Simon? Or are you going to be sneezing again like you were last time?
This one I keep in the cupboard in the closet. So there's a little bit of dust.
Relatively dust free.
With his teacups. He keeps them with his teacups.
I love the actual art style they do on the side of the box. Like, I love that. But I got to say, the Catwoman, the statue, the face doesn't really match the animation on the side. So I also forgot to do this. I'm so amateur at this still.
Look out.
Better look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to have a wardrobe malfunction if she's not careful.
Yeah. So that is my Catwoman Kotobukiya. Apologize for the lateness on the big screen action. Now, Bubs.
What
are you bringing, mate?
I collect comics.
You collect comics?
Does that count?
You collect anything else?
Am I allowed to show comics though? Is one of the things I collect?
You can. So. No, you can. As long as it better be exciting though.
Change the rules for Bub. Change the rule. I've had to find 5 things to collect.
Fine.
Comic books.
That's fine. One of the things I collect other than comics are Golden Age comics. So I picked out, just because you don't see them that often. So I picked out 3 Golden Age comics. I know a lot of people collect comics on New Comic Book Day, or they go to the local shop. But when you're collecting Golden Age, neither of those things work. You can't just walk into your shop whenever you want to and pick out a book like there's racks of them or stacks of them. And even if you're hunting online, it's very difficult to find what you're looking for. So it's a different kind of collection. And it's one where you really have to like what you're collecting, because only a select few people are going to know what it is and know the value of it. Like if I hold up this book, if I held up, AF-15 or even a modern, what's that? Ultimate Fallout 4. Yeah, if I held up either one of those books, everybody would have an opinion on the general value, and most people would be probably close. Some people might be surprised at recent prices, but you hold up a book like this and nobody has a freaking clue. Most of the time. So it's a whole different animal. And a lot of times, like this book, I bought this book on a private sale through a friend who used to be in the community. We don't see him too much anymore, but he was in the community. And, when stuff like that happens, this book never actually, there's no GPA on this. There's no, hunting for, the last sold on eBay. Good luck with that. So all that becomes very different when you're hunting Golden Age. Look at that metallic in the helmets that they have there.
Metallic, like a foil in the Golden Age. I didn't think that was that's cool.
They did it a couple of times in this title. So there's one there. And then just to show a couple more, here is Planet Comics number 70 from 53.
I need that first one, man. I saw one on eBay that was going for it was cheap. It was like $35 for the first one with the girls on the space bike. And I'll wait. I was like, I'll wait till my pay and then I'll get it. And of course it was gone.
Yeah. Of course, that's like volume, whatever, right? Where it came out at. And this one is the first volume from way back from 1953, way back in the day. Old crap right here. You got to love it. And, or not. If you don't have to, you don't have to. And then collecting good girl art, which is its own subcategory of comics in general, but then also in Golden Age, it kind of takes on a different meaning. So this is like my top book from that genre, my Phantom Lady 14. So there you go. I collect comics and other things, but I can't not show comics. So there you go. Golden Age comics.
Well, at least it was, yes, exactly. So last week, Aznfunk and Southern Comic Geek, they brought comics, but they all had really unique sort of stuff. Like Greyman's like, man, you didn't tell me to bring comics.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't got any unique comics anyway. I've just got the set of comics everyone's seen probably. So that's okay. It's all cool. It's all good. I've got no collect. I don't collect anything apart from comics really, but I've got some crap lying around the house that I've had for ages. For example, I'll start off with the one I've got the most of, I suppose. This is my Castle Grayskull. This is where I live. Castle Grayskull. This is from when I was I've collected these when I was a kid. I've still got them all.
Oh, yeah, I used to have that.
Buzz Off.
We just got here.
Erecto Neck, I think his name is. It's like what happens. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go with it. I'm not going to make any jokes. I'll leave the jokes to you guys. There's a merman-y fellow. There's a flying thing. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I remember I had that.
I have the power.
Slow down, Greyman.
Well, I've got a lot of them, so I want to get them all in. If I'm going to get them all in, it's going to take.
Hey, isn't that one of the flocked figures?
Yeah, that's the Moss Man.
Moss Man. I had him.
Supposed to smell of something, but
no.
if he ever did smell of something, it's
only if you keep him under the basement, he smells.
When I keep him in my pants, he smells quite funky.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the first one that I bought because I bought these in America when I went to America when I was 13 years old, and I saw this and I bought this one and Beast Man. Those are the first ones that I bought.
How long did it take them to kick you out of America when you're here when you're 13? They kick you out.
I was there for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think I was there. 2 weeks. They let me stay. They let me stay as long as I wanted. There you go. And this guy, this is the. Right, I don't want to trigger anybody. This is the only Asian guy, and his legs have fallen off. So I don't know what happened there, but his legs fell off. He does. Wow. He's meant to anyway.
That doesn't look Asian at all.
Doesn't he? That's what they said he was. First, I'm going here or so. I don't bloody know. Yeah, this guy's got the unfortunate name of Fisto. Apparently, I don't know why he's called.
Why
Fisto.
would that be unfortunate?
I don't know. This is like an oven glove. This is what he takes the hot food out of the oven with his oven glove.
I don't think that's what he does with that. But go ahead.
I've got all the weapons in there as well. All the weapons. The weird thing I just noticed: this bag is a blinking artifact in itself. It's the old Forbidden Planet. The first comic shop I used to go to, like back when I was 15 or 16. This is the original Forbidden Planet bag. This is probably worth more than it's probably not worth anything, but it's quite I won't say it's a collectible, but it's quite an artifact of.
Is that the one from Denmark Street?
Yeah, Denmark Street. Yeah.
Over in London.
Yeah, that's the original one. It then went into a big chain of shops, kind of thing. Yeah, it's Brian Bolland out there. You can see on the bag.
Nice.
Yeah, Werewolf called it.
Yeah.
So you've had all those since back in the day, all those figures.
Yeah, I started collecting when I was I got a spare head there as well, an extra man at arms head.
Yeah, you need those.
I know you like a little bit of head. I can send this to you if you want, Bubs.
I prefer a lot, but we'll take a little one. It's a flow week.
This one's called Faker, because he looks like He-Man, but he's not.
Like a bizarro He-Man.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I remember having, what's the little wizard's name?
Orko. Yeah. But I hated the cartoons. The cartoons never came out until after they came out a bit later. And this is Man-y Faces. And
I love that one.
And because I already had my own lore in my head for all the people, and as soon as the story came out, I thought that's my rubbish. Can't stand it. And I preferred him because he was the first one that I bought, and he had the best armor. He's got a little armor on his leg, little armor on his arm, and he carried a mace. And so he was my top bloke. Man at arms days.
He's pretty much second in command to He-Man, so that's
cool. This guy's not even a Master of the Universe, but I picked him up from somewhere. For some reason, I think he's called Stegon, but I don't know. I've got it in my head. He's always been called Stegon for me, but he wasn't actually a Master of the Universe figure. But he was pretty cool. I've got. Where's that flying car? I've got a flying car somewhere, but it's broken. Its legs, its wings fell off. Oh, here it is.
I had one when I was a kid that had a lobster claw. Like he had one hand with a lobster.
You got the trap jaw has different attachments than his jaw.
I had the one where you twist He-Man, and he had you put the cap gun stuff in his back, and then you twist him, and you press the button, and he punches, and it would make the cap gun noise.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. This one's called Web Store. I remember that one. He came with a swing rope you could swing him down from. Oh, it is.
I had one that had two different colors, and he had two arms like that. Oh, Skeletor.
This is Bub's spirit animal. Bub's spirit animal. This is Skeletor.
No, it's actually the enlarged beaver. Is my spirit animal.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, fair enough. There you go.
Very nice.
So that's the first one. That's the first.
That was a fantastic round, Greyman.
Kind of collectible.
And your stuff looked good too.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see who shows the most stuff in the round. Like when I had Whack Comics on, Lee showed his Marvel collector cards, and he showed every single card in the pack.
Oh my
and
gosh!
Then I had someone else show a whole bunch of stuff, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hey Manny, what's going on? Yeah, I used to love those He-Man collectibles, and I guarantee you, if I went to my brother's house, he would have all my He-Man figures because he stole all my toys as a kid. I had that horse thing. All right, what's my next thing? All right. My next thing is another thing that I have shown on my stream. I think I did it. I showed this when I did a stream with Space Buns where I opened up a bunch of stuff. But this was a present for my mum, right? So me and my mum, like I love my mum, right? But I was a pain in the ass when I was a kid, right? So, I mean, they wanted me to be that model, Asian nerd kid, right? And I grew up to be this punk rock singing weirdo. So my mom doesn't know a lot about what I'm into, right? And then, hey, Stay Puff, what's up? So
did she buy you My Little Pony?
so this happened recently, and she goes, I bought you a Batmobile. And I was like, what? She's like, I bought you a Batmobile. I was like, you bought me a Batmobile? And I was like super excited. And I thought she'd just buy me some weird little thing, right? And she's like, here, it's over here in the bag. And she ended up buying me this giant, RC Batmobile car.
Wow.
That is.
Wow, that's proper.
Yeah, so it looks really good, man. It's matte though, which doesn't really match, but it's still really good looking thing. Because I do collect just 89 and 66 Batmobiles. Yeah, I was super stoked. My mum got me this, and I reckon it's a really good looking one too.
That looks great. I like the Mac.
Yeah, it does look cool. I've got a photo. So back in '89, they had the Batmobile down here at a shop that you can go get photos with, and I've actually got a photo when I was a kid back in '89 with the original Batmobile, and I just cannot find that photo, and I want it so bad.
Oh man.
And I remember my mum bought me like this Batman hat and a Batman denim jacket. It was like a denim jacket with a Batman logo on the back. I just love it. But just another story to this. When my mum got me this, she's also had something else in there, right? She goes, I also got you this Captain Marvel thing. I was like, a Captain Marvel thing? And then she goes, here, this is Captain Marvel.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's a bubble bath.
Yeah. I've got a Captain America soap dispenser.
Maybe she was trying to tell you something.
That's
fantastic. I love it.
That was a fun little story. All right. What you got, mate?
Round two. I collect. I've been starting get that off. Let's get out of the way, Manny. She can stay up there. So I had I started a vinyl collection recently. So I've been picking up these. I just got this today, and this is like my Grail vinyl. This is not an original press, so I've been picking up new vinyl. So you can kind of find old vinyl everywhere, and the problem is the condition is so bad generally. And if you're going to get a perfectly conditioned one, then they cost ridiculous amounts of money. You might as well just get a new press, which is funny because in comics, of course, you always want first print. Generally, you want it when it first came out in the best condition you can get it. But you're reading a comic. In some cases, people don't even do that. They just slab it, right? But in most cases, you're reading the comic, and as long as it's readable, it would have to be a pretty much destroyed condition to not be readable. But when you're dealing with audio, having it sound good is so much part of the experience that if you're getting something that's low grade or has been used and abused over the years, it's just not going to sound good. And that's part of it for me anyway. I still want to listen to them. But this one of my favorite albums, Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, Time is the album, came out in 1981, the year of my birth. And yeah.
81. Okay.
Why? What happened?
We're close.
We're close. I think you're a little older than me. You look a little older than me, are you? But so one thing I learned in collecting all these comics and things is, for me, I have to put a hard limit on things or I go crazy. So I have to make sure that there's something very specific. I have to have a very focused collection. So in my vinyl collection, I'm only collecting colored vinyls. So only
That's
colored
cool.
Vinyls edition. So this one is a clear vinyl. Look at that.
Love clear vinyl.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
That is so cool, man. I dig it so much. And I have blues and yellows and reds and, you know, all kinds of different colors. But that's the idea. And that way, if I stick with only new and only colored vinyls or some sort of commemorative color, you know, then I can avoid my collection getting out of hand and just going crazy on me and being more than I can afford, you know, to have that. I like to have multiple hobbies and multiple things to collect. So if I go crazy just collecting everything, I'll run out of space, because if you ever see a real vinyl collector, I mean, they've got rooms full of this stuff, you know, and same thing with comics. We've all seen those guys too. So that's it. I could show more, but I remember you saying probably show one, but you know.
Like if you got things to show in the same story, like if you had multiple cool ones, you know, like because I collect vinyl. So I used to collect vinyl. I used to collect vinyl, but I was actually thinking I should bring some vinyl on here because I knew you'd probably show some vinyl. But yeah, the colored stuff is awesome. But I used to always prefer, like with old bands, I used to always prefer first prints because I wanted to hear it the way it sounded when it came out. So,
well, see, that's what's nice about this one. So this is on 180 grams. So, and this might get into some stuff that people don't know about or care about for that matter. So this is an 180 gram vinyl. So it's like very thick. It's a very heavy, thick, sturdy record. It's not thin, so it won't warp. It won't have all those, you know, odd sounds that you get when you put a needle on an old record and you hear it go roar, roar. It doesn't have any of that because it's a nice, strong, thicker record. Then the other thing is that this was from the original tape masters. So it was this is not a copy of a copy of a copy. When you get like third and fourth and fifth pressings, that like you're talking about, that gets further removed from the original master. So this is a legacy vinyl. So this is the original tape recordings put on. So this is pressed as if it was a first print. Has the same press quality, coming from the same original material. So that's always key. You want to get that. So here's a couple more. This is the first one I picked up. This started the craze.
Nice.
So DZ Top Eliminator. Check that out. Isn't that cool? I like when they put extra stuff inside. And then the vinyl itself is bright yellow. And I mean bright yellow. When it's spinning, it's so shiny. So I love that. And a lot of these are made in Germany. A lot of these new pressings and stuff, they're made in Germany. I don't know why, but for all the different music companies too. It doesn't have to be just, you know, just that one. Here's another one, Queen.
Yes.
Greatest Hits 2. And this has a nice little gatefold double LP. So you get some of that. And then this one has a lot of shows all the covers of the different albums that it's coming from. And look at this one. It's a translucent blue.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. The blue ones are so good looking.
Isn't that pretty?
When it's like that transparent blue, like when it's like the clear blue.
Yeah.
I don't like the solid ones as much, but.
Well, funny you should mention that. Let's see. I have one here, and I agree with you. Some of the solid blues I don't like. This solid blue, I loved it. And it's Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits. And again, this is another gatefold with stuff in it and very cool stuff. And this blue, this is blue like his eyes, right? It's supposed to be like old blue eyes, right? So look at that. That is blue on blue.
That's nice.
It's like electric blue.
It's just a nice blue, yeah.
Yeah, just a pretty blue.
I just think it looks great when it has that sort of clearness to it as well, though.
It does. It really, and it feels different. Like the vinyl doesn't feel the same when it has that type of stuff on it. So, what's my turntable? I just have a simple Victrola suitcase table, and I do use the auxiliary ports in the back. And most people, it seems like I read reviews on it, and I'm like, I don't think they're using it right. So like they didn't realize that the auxiliary port is more for bass. Like you shouldn't really be, it should be for a 2.1 system, not for just satellite speakers, because it'll still sound very thin. So you have to plug something in that has a subwoofer to it and then you get the full effect of the sound. By itself, the speakers are pretty weak, but I combine the 2 speakers from the unit and then another bigger speaker that has dual speakers and a subwoofer in it, and it all just kind of, I got to balance it out, and it sounds great. It's just fun. It's fun to do. Someday I'll probably have to upgrade my turntable, but for now, that's what I'm rocking. It was a gift too, so.
Yeah, I actually did a stream a while ago, and I had Greyman on there, and I showed him my entire vinyl collection. But I was going to ask, because one of my best mates who was in my band, he's a massive vinyl collector. He asked me about something, and I don't know if this exists already, but he said to me, he was thinking about starting something which was like a vinyl grade, because he was asking me about comic book grading, and he goes, I was thinking about trying to do like vinyl grading. Does that exist?
I don't know that it does. I mean,
when he came up with that idea, I was like, that's a brilliant idea, man.
My offhand would say that it probably does not truly exist, only because, when you're hunting certain things, you find terminologies that are common amongst them as far as collectibles go. For instance, when you're looking at a comic book, very fine, good, it has kind of a scale to it, right? And even if you're hunting online, you'll see common terminology used to define the grade of it. The same thing when you're looking at like video games that have been graded or any of that stuff. So it's not just number scales. Often it'll have the VF or whatever. And I've never seen that when buying vinyl. I've seen someone say plays well, disc in good condition, sleeve missing or something like that. But I've never seen that.
I think with vinyl collectors, that completely defeat the object, because the whole point of owning the vinyl is so you can play the vinyl and hear it in the original recording or whatever, isn't it? I would have thought. So I think I know it's like we sort of smirk at comic people putting them in slabs and they can't read them. But I think with the audio files, they really want to hear it, don't they? I'm sure.
Well, I mean, they have Mylars for them. They have top loaders for them. So some people do display them. I have 2 records displayed at my office at work, and top loaders and those same slab mounts that you can get for like these that hold up comic books on the wall are the exact same ones for records. So they sell them either way.
I was saying to him, man, the slabs would have to be huge, because you wouldn't want just the cover. You'd want the vinyl to be slabbed as well. So I was like, you could have it like a gatefold, almost like slab, where you could open it up and then it's like a slab like this big.
Oh, I can see. I think somebody was busy thinking real hard that day.
No, he doesn't do that anymore, mate.
I've just literally realised while I'm sitting here that I can't count to 5. I've only got 4 things to show.
So you could have done this He-Man in 2 parts, Greg.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to show this next, because I got sent this by Scotty Up 503 sent me this as part of an AOK once. It's a wrestler dude called The Fiend, I think. Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. I know who cosplays him.
He's a wrestler dude. There you go. Saved by Slot It Out 503. So thanks for sending me this, because I forgot to count to 5.
Were you ever into wrestling, Greyman?
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of wrestling. I used to watch it back in the day, like because it was on. I had Sky TV, and I would just have it on while I was doing something else, like on the video, or on the computer, or reading the comic or something. I had the wrestling on, but it's kind of formulaic. You don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's the same old fights over and over again. My stepson's got it. He's got the WWE Network, and every now and again I watch one of the pay-per-views or whatever on there. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really sort of go out of my way to watch it.
I used to be like, when I was like sort of mid to late teens, I was obsessed with wrestling. Like I was like going to gym and lifting weights. I was like, I want to be a wrestler. And then the more you watch it, the more it becomes predictable. But I still always looking like the Royal Rumble and stuff. That's always fun to watch. So,
yeah, well, Macho Man Savage is the best ever of all time. So
really,
yeah, okay. Absolutely. Macho Man Savage, absolutely the top. And I've got a weird thing. I always hate the freaking face of the company. I hated Hulk Hogan. I hated Stone Cold Steve Austin. I hated John Cena. I know it's weird because I like superheroes, and I never vote. I never go for the bad guys when it comes to superheroes. But for some reason in wrestling, the face of the company guys always get on my tits.
Well, I was always like, for example, I love Stone Cold, but the thing is, I never liked to call him my favorite wrestler because everyone loved him. So I always had to have like. I like the most popular guys, but I always have to have my own guy that I like.
I can't stand him, fucking wanker.
I just like Ultimate Warrior. There's one. Ultimate Warrior is the man.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior was quite fun, but yeah.
All right. All right. So everything else I'm showing today, I don't believe I've ever shown before on my channel. So
third nipple.
No. We'll start off with these. So you guys, I mean, you guys all have pop vinyls. I know Gray doesn't collect pop vinyls, but I know you collect pop vinyls.
What are you talking about? I'll show you some pop vinyls in a minute.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I saw these coming, right? They started selling these things, and I was like, what are these? Everyone was like, those are the lamest things I've ever seen. And I was like the only person who was like, these are cool, man, right? So they're called tubs.
Oh, yeah. I think they're badass. They're so big though, like, and there's so many that I like. I'm worried that to collect them would be like really hard to keep organized.
Are they rubber ducks?
Yeah.
So originally the first ones I bought were the Street Fighter ones, so I'll show them probably in another episode.
I love the Blanca one's my favorite.
Yeah, I had the Ken one was so funny, man.
Do you have the Blanca?
No, I do. I think I got every single one except Blanca.
Oh, that's my favorite. I got to get that one.
We had an Elvis rubber duck once. I remember having an Elvis rubber duck.
So the funny thing was, right, with those Street Fighter ones, I got them because we sell them at my work, and I had to get them transferred in because I didn't sell them at my store. So all the staff were like, why are you buying these? Like one of the girls was like, why are you buying those? I was like, because they're cool. And she's like, what are you going to do with them? And I was like, have a bath with them. And then, if you look in the bottom, it actually specifically says, does not go in the bath.
You're joking.
Yeah, it says in the bottom that you're not supposed to put it in the bath. Like,
well, that's ruining Bub's bath time. What do you have to turn that for?
Yeah. There is another line of rubber ducks which you can get DC, like DC ducks, which I think do go in the water. But the thing is, right, so I bought these and I thought I really want to get the Harley and the Batman, but they're just literally, no one bought them. So what happened was every single retailer that sold them cleared them out for like $10, right? Yeah. And now you cannot find them. So I cannot get the Harley and the Batman. I'm trying. But it's pretty hard to find now.
What, $10 was the reduced price?
These go for about $25 here. I bought them, so I got them for like maybe 15.
Yeah, wow. Here they go for about 16 to $20, and then on the reduced price, they're about anywhere from 8 to 12.
Youch.
Yeah, they're expensive. And the other thing is that they tend to do multiple sets. So, like for instance, to get that whole Batman set, I mean, you're talking $100, you know. It's like, wow, they get up there fast. Like my wife was looking at the Friends set, where you get like, you know, the TV show Friends. Yeah. It has like Phoebe and Chandler and all them people, and that's like 5 of those, I think. So it gets a little bit much.
They must do well. Cool. They must do well in the US then, because I haven't seen the Friends ones here.
No, nobody's buying them. They're stacking on the shelves, and I can't wait till they go on clearance. I'm going to start snatching them up.
I didn't know when they first went on clearance, everyone bought all the Batman ones. But no one bought like the Borderlands and all the gaming ones. They're all still
a bunch of gaming ones. Yep.
But the Batman ones are really hard to get now. So, yeah. All right. They're my ducks.
I have so many things I collect. I didn't know how to pare down to 5. So, I still put comics in there. So I guess next I'll show steelbooks. So
That's a good one.
So I collect movies in steelbook form. So these are like metal and metal cases. So here's the Matrix.
That's a sick one. I haven't seen that.
This is the harder one to get. They have one that just has the green stuff and it's kind of boring. And they have another one that has like the baby in a pod, you know, if a spoiler, you know, where they're like sucking the juice out of the baby, and it's really ugly, like just gross. But I like this one. I think it's pretty neat. And, you know, it has the little movie in there and stuff. So I collect steelbooks. Here's another one.
The DC steelbooks are great.
Back to the Future trilogy. And this one opens up to create the car.
Oh, that's sick.
Straight across. So it's kind of like a wraparound cover for comics. And this has like all the bonus stuff, and it has all 3 movies and a bonus disc. So love that. And my thing with these, I'm trying to more or less collect them on the cheap because they can go pretty high. Some are upwards of $100 a piece. And I'm trying to, again, I have a movie collection growing, and I'm trying to stick with just Blu-rays and just Steelbooks. That way it focuses my collection so narrow that I can't just walk in anywhere and that sells Blu-rays and spend a bunch of money and say, oh, I got 30 more movies today. Do I need that many? I don't have time to watch that many. Here's one of my favorite movies, The Sting.
Do you keep the sleeves? Because MadSpidey collects Steelbooks as well. I know that.
No, I do not keep the sleeves. I hate the sleeves. First of all, they glue them to the thing. So I don't want to leave that glue attached to the product for that long. I feel like over time, eventually they'll get kind of hard and crusty and could damage, because these are just like kind of painted on. So it's easy to damage them. So I don't want to do that. So here's the back there. And also you can't see, like, this would be totally covered by the sleeve because it wraps over the top and covers the entire back. So you wouldn't get to see that ever if you left it in the sleeve. Now I do have some Steelbook. They make like top loaders for Steelbooks, little like boxes, kind of like the clear boxes they make for pop vinyls, where you can put a pop vinyl in there. They make that for this. So if you wanted to still protect it, you could do that. But I don't need to go that crazy with them. But I love the way they feel too. And in a sleeve, it wouldn't be the same. That one's for you, mate.
Oh yeah, Greyman's favorite Batman movie. Yeah,
and check the back out. Look at that.
Woo!
Isn't that fantastic?
Amazing.
I mean, they're like little cases, works of art. Sometimes they have the inner sleeves. I usually keep those. And a lot of times, if you get them new, they'll have like a digital code, so you can watch it digitally if you want to. Here's one of my favorite movies too, The Predator. Sick. Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's got the Anytime on the back. Very cool. And then this one has kind of a get to the chopper. Look at that. So yeah, I really enjoy collecting these, and my wife and I like to watch movies when we can stay awake for them and stuff. So that's always good. And then also they make steelbooks of collected TV shows and miniseries and things like that. So we just finished watching this one. This is Black Sails, which is one of our favorite series. This is our second time watching it, but the first time we watched it as it came out, So this is the first time we watched it, binge watched the whole series. So I know you're saying, Bob, that's a box. Yeah, well, look. Hey.
It's a Steelbooks.
Steelbooks in the box. So here is seasons 1 and 2. It's just 4 seasons. There's season 1 and 2. So this was a prequel to Treasure Island, and it was on the Starz Network. And here's seasons 3 and 4. And as you can imagine, let's see if we can do this. They meet up. So the 2 steelbooks. I'll wait for Simon to get back.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. I did watch that. I think it was on Amazon over here, and I did watch all seasons of that.
Look at that.
It was a decent pirate tale, wasn't it? Yeah, decent pirate yarn.
And then the back also connects.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum
to make that. So I really enjoy steelbook collecting, and it's something that I can't wait to display, but I don't have like a good movie media center yet. So that's always searching for one, but it has to be one that looks pretty, or my wife won't let it be in the dining room. So it has to be a real nice, pretty looking one. So we're still on the hunt.
Yeah, I'm collecting all the DC ones that come out now, all the DC steelbooks I try to get my hands on now. So
I sort of collect superhero movies. I get people to buy me superhero movies, like whatever comes out at Christmas and birthdays, but they don't never watch them. I watch them once and then they just sit on the shelf forevermore. It's like I've got VHSs from years ago. I only got a VHS player anymore plugged in, so it's just they're still sitting there. Got games for old consoles, like PS2 games. I haven't got a PS2 anymore. It's just like, is it really collecting or is it just holding?
All right, now Greyman. When Simon does this, that's the universal sign for stop what you're saying. I have something important to interject. Go ahead, Simon. I'm here for you. It took him 3 tries.
No, I was just trying to get in because I always forget as well real quick. But I was going to say they should do more. I love when the spines connect to make one image. So remember the old VHS tapes, the Bruce Lee collection of movies?
Yeah.
And it would form that big Bruce Lee image when you had all the movies.
That is cool.
They should do more of that sort of stuff, I think.
I like that.
All right, Gray. What's your...
Okay. Does anyone remember... This is, again, not something I collect. This is something I had a few of back in the day and never got rid of. Like, but brace yourself for the most exciting toy a child could ever have.
I'm ready.
It's a Viewfinder.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys remember these or not, or if anyone's ever seen one before in their lives. These are from the Victorian age, I think. I've got Superman. Superman
and the sleeves too.
Meets computer crook.
That's
good. Oh, look at this. It's got a little inner sleeve as well inside it. Let's have a look. It's got a little... Look at that. It's that dastardly villain Lex Luger, I think.
Can you show, just for people who might not have even seen those, can you show the thing just so people can see it? Because, I remember those.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell them. They have a smell to them. I can smell it right now.
You got the story as well, the Viewmaster reel. So, picture one, in a remote star system on the opposite side of our galaxy, the planet Krypton once revolved around its sun. Blah, 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 blah. I won't go into it further, but you get the gist. It's quite an in-depth book, actually. I might have to do this tomorrow sometime. I did try and film it once to see if I could actually film into the actual spool and you can see the picture.
I don't know how you would do that because you wouldn't get the 3. You're forgetting to tell them that it's got a 3D effect.
Yeah.
So it has one image on the left eye and a different image on the right eye, and it makes it 3D.
It wouldn't work.
That was the best part.
Right. I've got.
I have a vintage one and a vintage set of reels also.
Spider-Man.
I don't have any that are in that good a condition though. Holy cow!
Spider-Man.
Is that sealed?
That's whatever a spider. No, it's open at the back. You can.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's whatever a spider can. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is Banana Man. I don't know if you guys ever remember.
Banana Man.
Banana Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's open on the side. This actually used to be in a UK comic called Nutty, and I collected Nutty from #1. So I've got rid of them now. I sold them on eBay, but I used to have a badge saying I'm a Nutty Banana fan or something like that, like a little badge from back in the day. So it's Banana Man, and this is again from when I went to America. I've got Universal Studios one there. You got
I like that one. I had that one.
You got a shark coming out of the water. And that
had Jaws. Had Jaws.
Yeah. Westminster in England, in London. I don't know why I got that for. It's quite boring. Strolling in
London town.
Strolling in London, like I don't do enough of that already.
Stroking in London. Is that legal?
Strolling.
Oh, strolling.
The Amazing Adventures of Morph. Do you guys know Morph?
From X-Men?
No, there's a little plasticine man. There's an art program for kids called Take Heart. And there's a little like animated plasticine man. It's kind of like the same thing that went. I think it's the same people who did Wallace and Gromit and those movies, the Aardman animations. I think it was their first. Yeah,
Aardman.
I think it was their very first invention. London pageantry. Amazing Adventures of Morph again. Yeah, so that's it. That's the only ones I've got.
That's fantastic.
I didn't exactly have a collection. There's a few lying around that I had years ago, and I never got rid of them. So
that's great. I like it.
That's not as much a collection as a not getting rid of, but
I like it.
You're bringing good stuff, Gray. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
We're all impressed and shocked.
Oh dear.
All right.
I think as I was sitting there twiddling with it before I came on, I pushed the bloody lens in on one side.
Yeah, that happens. You can crack it open and push it back in. I've done it a million times.
Fidgeting with it.
Excellent. That was awesome, man.
What round are we on?
We're up to round 4, so 2 more rounds.
Oh boy, I got 3 more things.
So this thing here is a figurine. And it's funny. So I really like this character, but I really haven't I've been collecting books of this character, but I haven't actually gone to read much about the character yet. I just love the way the character looks. And I've got her first appearance in comics, and I've got a couple of issues of her solo series. And when I saw the figurine, I was like, oh, I want to get that. And it was fairly cheap. And I know Slim's Comics and More, he's got a lot of these figurines. And I want to get him on sometime, but I think he works on the weekends. So yeah, I'm gonna get him on eventually when I do it during the weekday. But say Spawn figurine.
Oh, Angela.
Yeah. So I saw this and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it was very cheap. Not very cheap, but it was cheap enough for me to be like, yeah,
it's a little cheap.
I'm a cheap collector, you know. I can't afford the big stuff. I bought that Catwoman statue, and then that was it. I was done.
I like that.
Do you watch Area 50, Area 51, Area 52, Area 54?
51.
51. Do you watch him, Simple Simon? He's got crap loads of stuff he can show you. Bloody hell. You've watched his channel before?
I'm not sure. I might. I'm still
he's got such an awesome collection of statues. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, it really is something. And figures. He does a lot of figures too. That's fantastic.
So yeah, and I found another shop that's actually selling the figure loose as well. So I might actually. I'm thinking about getting that and just putting that on the shelf and having this.
Yeah. Do you like your ladies cheap and loose, or just loose? Or just cheap, or where are we at on that? It's a trifecta for you, or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Bob's done.
What happened?
Yeah, I actually got 2 copies because MadSpidey gave me a bunch of Spawn comics, including Spawn issue 1. He just showed me, I've got some stuff. He gave me a big stack of Spawn comics. He gave me the first issue of Spawn. He gave me the first Angela, which I already had, but his was in much better condition. He had like a signed comic by Will Potasio. He gave me just a whole stack of Spawn stuff. He's like, yeah, I don't want these anymore. I was like, okay, I'll take it. So thank you for that whole. Hey, Roscoe, what's going on, mate? All right.
You missed Manny's comment, man. Manny's comment's good.
Where are we going? Is that party? Oh, is there one? I'll be on eBay straight after this.
Absolutely. Just search loose, cheap, no panties.
You know the Adam Hughes Harley Quinn, I think it's Rebirth cover where she's in the straitjacket lying on the ground. Do you know the German variant?
Is she topless in that one? I think.
No. So it's the same thing, but her panties, I guess, are gone.
Oh
so
my!
In the original, it's just like a little bit of black, like you see her panties, and in the German version, that black is gone.
Wow, very cheap
one. That is the one I want. So.
No.
Oh, sorry, I said his name wrong. Wilk.
Wills. It's Wills, isn't it?
Portasio.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I read the first issue of Spawn. All right, let's do it, Bubs.
Well done, mate. Well done. We're proud of you, son.
How many we have left? 2?
This is the second last one. Yes.
The second to last one.
Two left. Yes, 2 left.
All right.
He's his way of saying 2.
You're showing figures. I'll show figures. I pulled one off the shelf because it's one of my favorites, but this is.
Yeah, he pulled one off. That's disgusting.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Look at that.
Sick.
Is it Ed 2000 or something like that? What's he called?
Yeah, Ed 209.
Oh, 209.
Sick. When did that come out? Like, is that old or is that new?
Older figure, yeah. It's one of NECA's earlier ones where they did a line called Real Toys, and it's REEL, made by NECA, and that meant, from movies.
Yeah, movie reels.
It had talkie ones, so this was a talkie one. So it.
Holy crap, man! That's so sick.
So, can you drop him down the stairs just to recreate the movie?
Hold on. No, I'm not doing that. I'm sure you could though, like a slinky. So this is my favorite one. Of course, I have. Hold on, I'll spare you my.
He's got no trousers on. He's got no trousers on.
So here's the. So when I display them, against each other. There's the battle damaged RoboCop from NECA as well, and they just pair up very nicely. Now what's funny is that the battle damaged one was selling for cheaper than the regular one. I guess most people wanted the regular one, but where I knew I was going to put him with Ed 209, I wanted him from the scene where he was destroyed by Ed 209, so it's perfect.
Do they go for a lot, those things? Because I want one so bad.
I had to hunt for a while, and it was not cheap. This wasn't cheap. This one wasn't too bad. This was like $50 or something, but this one was over 100. But it was new in the box, so they both were new. So, if you go for cheap and loose, you might be able to find one a little easier. Let's see what else he says.
Dude, that is so sick.
Yeah, and he's posable. He does everything moves, and his legs extend if you want to extend them down, and he's got the little flaps and everything. I mean, it's pretty legit. So anyway, so I collect NECA figures, and that's kind of what I've tried to narrow it down to. I have a couple of sideshow pieces as well, but mostly NECA is what I collect. So there you go.
I'm gonna go. I want one of those Robocops. I don't think I could afford the big one, but the Robocop I think I could find somewhere.
Yeah, pretty cool.
They were awesome, man. All right, look who's late to the show.
Right, so Funko Pops.
Yeah, I like that one, Aquaman.
This is the one. This is the one Matilda gave me.
So, Greyman. That means because you already had that, right? Because I thought I was the first person to send you Funko Pop.
Yeah,
one from Matilda.
That's right. Yeah, I had that one for Matilda. Yeah, and there you go. I won this in some contest, or I can't remember what it was now, but some contest I won.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Simon's contest. That's right.
It's funny.
Was it third best beard in the pub? Was that the contest you won?
Wolverine, the character, the only superhero more or less I don't like, Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah, I can't stand him. He's annoying. He's the bloody well Stone Cold Steve Austin of bloody well Marvel. He's a complete twat. He's annoying. I hate him. Wish he was dead again, for real. Anyway, no, I don't really. I'll just say that for laughs. But no, he just annoys me. I just fed up, sick to the back teeth of seeing him in every single bloody comic book when I was reading Marvel, that is. But when I stopped reading Marvel, I didn't worry about it anymore because I wasn't reading Marvel anymore, so it was good.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Green Lantern, can't go wrong with a bit of Green Lantern action. The original Green Lantern. So there you go. That's my pop collection. It's it will grow very, 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 very slowly. Like if I win any more in contests, it will grow. Or if I happen to see a Blue Beetle or a Cthulhu one in my travels, then it will grow some more. That's it. That's my pops.
I remember sending you those, and I was like, I know you like Green Lantern, but I know you hate Wolverine. So
yeah, not keen on Wolverine.
You can't win them all.
He's universally loved. I found.
He's like, it's just overplayed him so much in the comic. He has to be solve everything. He has to be the one who does everything in every single comic book, even if he's not actually, hasn't got the powers to do what he's supposed to be doing. He'll still do it. It's just like,
can we mute Greyman?
They just wrote him as like the ultimate Deus Ex Machina or whatever you want to call it.
There you
go. Hey!
Annoying. I'm talking to myself. I don't care. Oh, sorry.
I was going to ask you, Greg, because I know you always say that you like pretty much every comic book movie that comes out, right? Even the bad ones, the ones that everyone universally hates. You're like, no, I didn't mind it, but you don't like Batman 89, which is weird. But anyway,
that's right.
What about the Wolverine movies?
The Logan movie, actually, I felt sorry for the bad guys because they were hopelessly outgunned, and I was just like, oh man, these poor Reavers, they can't possibly face off against these mutants. And I was just like, so Logan's got this poor guy killed who took him in for the night. And it's just like, oh man, you're just so useless as a superhero. Just go back to Canada and smoke cigars.
All right. You just Bob's feelings. All right, next time, Bob's, I'll get you on with someone else next time, yeah?
I wish. When he was talking about Wolverine showing up on everything, I'm like, every time I'm on the screen, Greyman shows up on everything. That's how I feel about him. I'm just
get rid of him. I don't show up on anything. What are you talking about? All I show up is on my own channel. And this one for Once in a Blue Moon.
I originally Bob's originally had you paired with Metarog, but he couldn't do it.
That's even better.
He said, screw that. I've got to see him every Monday night. I don't want to come and hang out with him another time.
People always want to put me on with Metarog and DS Comics. I see those guys all the time. And whenever I'm up on, and another one is Rob Wurst and Kenny, Comic Kid 84. Like every time they want to do a competition, I'm always up against Comic Kid 84 or Poor Captain Comics, who's still like 0 for 6 against me in anything that we've done together. God bless his heart. He's gets so sick of seeing me on the opposite side of the competition because he's like, oh no. Oh well.
All right, we're doing the final round. We're looking okay for time. We might go a little bit over time, but
that's shocking with Greyman on there.
This has got cobwebs on it.
You're lucky you're out of the first round.
All right,
especially if it's comic gories, I wouldn't even find a comic. Bloody hell, I wouldn't even be able to find it. I swear, I mean, I'd swear that thing's rigged, and you all know what comics you got to show. There's no way I would be able to pick out a comic in 30 seconds. I wouldn't even think of the comic that I wanted, let alone know what box it was in, or get it down from the pile of boxes. It's like you guys have got like one box each or something. I don't know how it works.
All right, my final thing. It was a gift from someone who got it for
don't
free
trash it
because they worked at a pop culture shop, and she gave me this because she was like, "I got this for free. Do you want it?" It was basically like a defected one. It's a clock, but I think it's super cool. And Sharon, if you're still watching, you'll love it. Oh yeah, Sharon got me this shirt, and this clock she'll probably appreciate too.
Oh, that is so bizarre. Does it stand or do you have to hang it?
I think you got to hang it. You know, he's got his tippy toes out there at the bottom, if you can see.
Yeah.
So there's a crack on the screen, so that's why I think she got it for free. It was like a defect. So
has he been imprisoned by the Clock King or something? Is that some kind of like Kronos or the Clock King have like caught him in their time trap or something? That's got to be. Surely.
Hanging out the bottom.
I know, it's so bizarre. It's funny how they positioned as much of him as they could inside the clock, so they didn't have to do like a belt and some balls hanging out from under the bottom, or any back ears or anything.
That'd be good if the balls rang, like you put an alarm clock on, these balls, and you had to flick them to turn it off. That would be the ultimate.
That's a win right there, I think. Hey.
Oh, that is hilarious. But yeah, that is my cook. I like how it's got the old school DC.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's a little better look at it there. That's what
you're collecting these, are you?
That's quite interesting. It's a bit of fun anyway. It's a bit of fun.
I collect Batman stuff, all right?
Crazy.
So yeah, that is my Batman clock.
That's nice. Well, we like it collectively. Each of us. We took a vote.
Yeah. The royal we.
We're in favor. We're in favor. Me again?
Yeah, this is it, mate. The final one.
The final round. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was guitars. I knew it.
So it's not really fair to say that I collect guitars, but when you play guitar as poorly as I do, and you're still learning, if you have more than one, I think it's fair to say that you collect them. So what happened is I got this idea in my head that I would learn guitar faster and better if I always had one near me. So at any moment that I had the urge to learn, to keep progressing, then I would have it right there. So this is my comic room guitar because it was my first guitar. My wife bought it for me. And it's a nice Epiphone Dot. And then I ended up, I'm at work a lot and I'm on, so whatever. There's excuses for collecting crap, right? So I ended up with like a Frankenstein guitar inside my car. So I have a car guitar, a guitar that I keep in the trunk. And anytime I'm somewhere I have enough time, I'll sit off the edge of my trunk and practice. Or if I'm at work, I'll go in the parking lot and practice. Then,
where's the toilet guitar? You've got a toilet guitar.
Not yet. I'm always looking for the one that's perfect for it. I'm thinking a nice yellow.
I've got the Straining Blues. You can play that on the toilet. I got the Straining Blues.
Bite down a little piece of leather.
You need a harmonica for that. You need a harmonica.
Oh, that'd be nice. I don't want to touch it though. Then I have a living room. So I have this guitar. I have a car guitar. I have a living room guitar next to the couch that matches, and they all match the room that they're in color wise. Except for this was my first one. But like the one in the living room is a satin walnut, and then the one in the car is a bright red flame guitar, and then the one, then I have one in the dining room which is electric blue, and and so the collection grows. Then I ended up, when winter hit this past winter, I was like, well, I can't go to my car to practice while I'm at work because it's too cold outside, right? So I got an office guitar for my office at work. So I have a guitar in there too, a nice Les Paul. So that's how it's been happening. So collecting guitars and guitar crap, because that means I need another amp. I have an amp for every guitar because I have to have them all close by. Another chord, right? Another.
You can't just practice acoustic.
Yeah, that's no fun because it's too loud. Like I'm not good enough that I want people to hear me, so I have to be quiet. So the electric guitar is nice and quiet. If I turn the volume down, or I can plug in my headphones and listen, so it doesn't bother too many people. I hope. So there you go, guitars.
And how often do you practice? Like, you've got a lot of guitars. I see lots of guitars, but I wonder how much practice you're actually doing.
I try every day. At work, it's usually 3 times a week, but I try for about an hour every day.
Cool. And what are you going to play for us now?
Nothing.
What? You can't lead in with that. And then, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. Give us a song.
All you need to learn, right? This is because I grew up with punk rock bands and stuff. My guitarist from my band was like, all you got to do is learn a power chord. Once you learn a power chord, you can play anything you want.
I'm working on them.
I'm working on power chords. Come on, give us Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Come on. What's your go-to practice song? What song are you practicing just chords, or are you practicing to a song, a certain song?
I'm learning chords and some songs over time I've picked up here and there, but it sounds absolutely horrible.
Surely you can play Wild Thing. Even I can play Wild Thing.
I can't play Wild Thing. You can stay on and show it to me if you want.
You make my heart sing. That one.
That's what I mean. I'll learn that for next week.
You make everything.
Yeah, I know. This is the first time I've seen Bubs almost get a little bit like,
Yeah, exactly.
You broke him, Gray.
He's suddenly turned into a shy, retiring little wallflower. Oh, I can't possibly play guitar for you. Oh.
Yeah, but unlike other people who are like, I can't, and then they go and they play something awesome. I'm just going to be like, no, I can't, and you're welcome.
And I prove it. Yeah. I can't sing, but don't stop me doing it.
Next time, Bubs, because I'm going to have you on again eventually. Bring the guitar, mate. I've got a guitar. I can't play it. Like, I've never learned anything. I literally have just learned power chords, and we can have a rock off.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. It'd be easier to get our rock off without Greyman, because he's a real music, connoisseur. He really knows what he's talking about, and he's following bands, and he's got a trained ear, so I don't want to break it.
I don't know about that. Right, so Cthulhu, dread Cthulhu, he who darkens the sun, the ancient, the anti-god, lord of the unholy ones. There you go. There's some Cthulhus for you.
I like
there
Cthulhu.
You are.
Oh, wow, that's a killer one.
That's a good one.
Is that heavy? Is it
heavy? It's got money in it.
Oh, it's a bank.
This is
you're gonna lose your life savings, Greg. Take it easy.
I got quite a bit in there now. One day I'm gonna empty my free piggy banks out and I'm gonna buy myself some nice comic books with it. But
nice. That'll almost get you to York.
Eventually. There you go. That's it. I haven't got an awful lot of Cthulhu's. Oh no, I don't know if you missed this one. This is a Cthulhu beer. The can, it came in a beer box that we had the other day, and I had to keep the can. That doesn't look like anything like Cthulhu at all, but it's called Cthulhu. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
that is collecting, Greyman. You collect Cthulhu.
Well, I don't go out of my way. I've just happened to have a few. If I bump into any, I had to. Yeah, I was trying to get my sister-in-law to make me one, and she just didn't get around to it. And I ended up, I think I had to bloody well crowdfund it, like the company that started doing Cthulhu plushies. And I think I crowdfunded so I'd get myself a Cthulhu plush when it came. And now they're doing loads. They're doing like my first Cthulhu ABC book and that kind of stuff. But I've got my little Cthulhu. Like, he sleeps on the bed next to me. I tickle his little tentacles at night before I go to sleep. Good night, little Cthulhu. Don't give me any nasty dreams now, will you? I don't do that really.
I like it.
I do. No. Anyway, so there we go. Stare into the eyes of madness. There you go. Look, he looks cute. Look at that eye. That is searing into your souls.
I feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It's worked its magic on Bub.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's that's it. That's my Cthulhu's.
That's nice, man. That's good. Something you collect, I would say. Hang on, I saw something here. You point out every detail on the Catwoman cover, but can't hit a few chords right now. Bubs, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
Next time I have you on, we want to hear at least something.
2028. I'll be ready.
And hopefully by then you'll have the toilet guitar. You can play it on the toilet guitar.
I'm thinking of a nice yellow butterscotch Telecaster for the bathroom. Really, that's what I like to put in there. But I have two bathrooms inside. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, that is our 5 rounds. We went just over an hour, so that was pretty good timing. This is good. I originally was going to have like always have 4 people on at a time, but I think 3 works well. I think so. I think I'm going to keep that format, or maybe have 3 guests on and I can step out because I'm running out of stuff to show people.
You can be the judge. You can be the master of ceremonies.
Cheers, Space Buns.
Have fun.
Okay. So before we go, though, again, guys who are watching, before you drop off, make sure you follow all the links in the description. If you want to see more Collectibles Show and Tell, I have every episode in the links. I've got a link to my 600 subscriber giveaway. I've got links to these 2 gentlemen. I can't do it. These 2 gentlemen here. Make sure you subscribe to them if you're not already. But guys, tell me. Wait.
We'll do this. Guys.
Butt
Who
guys.
are the guys?
We're the butt guys.
The butt guys.
I'm more of a breast man myself.
Tell us what's going on, mate, on your channel.
Comic calls. Lots of. I actually had a chance to go to a movie theater and hunt through their movie posters. That they had old movie posters in the top room. They were like, "Yeah, nobody wants them if you want to go through them." So I dug through. So I picked out 6 of those. So I'm going to have a movie poster haul. And lots of stuff. I play little records usually on the weekends. I do that. What's today? Saturday. Tomorrow, I opening up unboxing for a Geek box, a Z box that I've signed up for. So, and I'll have my wife with me when I do that. So you'll get to see Mrs. Bub go through the box with me. So she enjoys that. So there you go. That's what's coming up tomorrow. And then Monday, No Faces Comic Chat at 8:30 Eastern time in America. And then the rest of the week, just videos as they fall. So there you go. Nice. That's what's going on.
Very nice. And for those who don't know, who don't watch Bubs, if you like the type of covers that I like, you should definitely watch it.
Lickable covers.
It is, yeah, every cover he shows is lick-worthy, except for that Captain America one. But Greyman, tell the people what 5 videos are coming out tomorrow.
I've only got 1 video tomorrow, I think, which is like going through my regular going through my boxes kind of stuff. So that's all I do. I think it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I go through something in one of my boxes, and if I get a haul in, which is not that often at the moment, I'll show some comics. The rest of it's like heavy metal stuff, and like I started reacting to Argentinian rock bands for some reason because apparently they get lots of views. Yeah. But that's it, really. Yeah, that's it, really. Everything else is metal. I've got I do on Wednesdays. Actually, yeah, Wednesdays, me and Space Buns and Matilda and Rena reading along to H.P. Lovecraft books. So, yeah, on a Wednesday, we read. I think this week we're doing The Horror of Yig. We did The Call of Cthulhu. We did The Color Out of Space. We've done a few of the classics. You can check those out if you wish to. Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. And wait, I feel like I was about to say something, but it's gone, so I'll just leave it. It's not important. Thank you guys for both coming on, Bubs. I'm definitely going to have you on again because I know you got heaps more stuff to show.
That's all right,
and I want to see it. Greyman, you only brought 4 things today, so I don't know if we'll see you back.
No, there was another one. I remember that one in the end. Yeah, I've got like a Darth Vader, and I've got like a little Batmobile, but I think I might be out after that. I can show you my slabs. And what's his face? Spidey bloke was saying, MadSpidey was saying about Marmite doesn't count as a collection, but I have got a vintage Marmite jar.
Oh, nice.
I've got a special like Marmite jar that I can't talk about because it makes me cry when I talk about it because it's just.
Well, all right. Well, maybe we will see the Greyman back. We'll definitely see Bubs again. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to keep it simple. And until next time, I already said it. Goodbye.
Have a great amazing day.